Hey boys and girls, Night Stalker here. Today we're loading in on Allenburg Siege. I'm going to take with me today the Tseregs because I've been enjoying those lately. We're going to take Imperial Javelineers because I haven't really used these in a long time. And we're going to take the Longbows. Also not a particularly popular unit, although they have their uses. And I'll try and demonstrate some of those today. Going to load in now. Looking down our team, we've actually got a very strong team. A lot of good combinations and work togethers here. Plus we've got a bunch of mauls, which is always great. Enemy team, also looking pretty strong, especially on the assassination type front. No worries, should be a good game. Let's get on with it. I do like these wonderful load-in animations. It's actually a very beautiful game, Conquerors Blade. I don't think it gets enough credit for that. Right, starting at the B point. So my theory here with these longbows, who have a very long range, is I'm going to try and shoot over the wall and try and damage some of the units that are pushing the siege tower. See if we can kill enough of them, along with, I can see we've got some javelins and other archers here, to prevent them pushing it in. B is the most vulnerable point here, and it's always very popular for the enemy to push this because it's right next to one of the key supply points, well, obviously. So, how are we looking here? Range is alright. So with the longbows, what they're very, very good at is killing other archers, because when they finally get to maximum level, mine aren't, they have a range of about 120 meters, including the little doctrine that gives them further. So with our test shots here, while we're waiting for them to push in, we can see that about half of the arrows are sitting, hitting the wall there. I can see people on the mini-map, so I'm just going to quickly knock down these so they can't climb up and cause us issues. Santa Claus here is going to give us a hand. That's lovely. So as I was saying, longbows are great for targeting other archers because they don't do amazing damage individually, but it's certainly enough to kill archers. I'm going to move them back a bit just so we've got a better arc over here. Can't quite see. Start shooting there. So they're really good against other archers because they always outrange them, and they do enough damage to kill archers, most archers, in 2 hits. Now, something about the longbows that is very different from other archers is that when you put the circle down, they don't fire into the circle. They start taking target priority from the center of the circle and moving outwards into quite a large radius outside of the circle. And what they do is they... We just killed a siege tower with longbowmen. That's hilarious. So anyway, they start targeting people inside the circle first, moving outwards. And what they'll do is they'll pick an individual target and they'll take an aimed shot at them. Just don't want the siege tower coming in. So yes, so they become very, very useful for killing other archers for that reason. Every shot they take on this ability is an aimed shot. They're not just dumping ammo into a circle, unlike other archers do. So as you can see, they're not just shooting into the circle there, they're choosing targets around the base placement. And they'll prioritise people who are closer to the circle. So it's always good to keep that circle moving if you desire them to change targets. A nice assist there. As you can see, they're doing quite a bit of damage, anywhere up to 26 or 2700 damage on the light targets, down to about 1000 to 1100 on the more heavily armoured targets. Here's some archers here. This is where we get to demonstrate our happiness. Watch what happens to these Namcans. We only had sort of 3 kills up until now, but as soon as we start targeting other archers, they get decimated. I don't know why that player is ignoring his archers. What I imagine happened there is he got too involved in the fighting on the right-hand turret of that wall, and is just not realising that his archers are getting butchered. But as you can see, longbows are brilliant for this. Longbows themselves, if they get shot at, will die equally quickly. Now, as you can see, I've moved them all the way up to that left-hand wall there and onto the supply point so that they've got the arc to get over the house, and also they have unlimited ammunition sitting on the supply point. What I'm doing now is what's called babysitting archers. So that means that I'm watching for threats to the archers. I'm able to micromanage them by making little minor adjustments to their placement while I continue attacking. But I can see on the mini-map here, people have made it to the top of the wall, so we might just start shooting some arrows into them too. What are they? Prefecture Guard that have climbed the ladder into stalwarts, so they're of no threat whatsoever. No threat to anybody. As you can see, my focus right now is on controlling the archers. It's not getting my hero into the action, which works particularly well with something like a longsword because they're very, very suited to that. So even though I replaced the circle to the left onto the tower, they were still shooting those prefectures as they come up the ladders. Now here's an interesting thing. On the unit card for the longbows, they have an ability called Shield Breaker, and it says that they do significant damage to armoured units. I've not found this to be true in the slightest. The reason I just moved them away right now is that supply point is trebable. You can call trebs on it, and there are too many archers there. It makes too tempting a target, so they can only get one of our units now if they treb in. Hopefully it's not mine. So yes, it says they do significant damage to armoured targets. An Iron Reaper, you can expect them to do 800 to 1000 damage. We're not talking anything amazing here. So again, I'm just microing and babysitting the archers to get a better angle on those guys up on the B point. Come on guys, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Sometimes they need to be commanded. That's the same for most archers. I think it's if there's nothing in their direct line of sight, they won't attack properly. I'll just quickly stop this charge here so when they come into the walk mode, the stalwarts will survive without getting knocked down. So that's good. We managed to save the stalwarts. Bit of a heal for the stalwarts, and they should clean up the rest of those Imperial pikes very nicely. Oh, ouch. I don't think we've got the arc here. Let's just have a quick check. Not enough of us peeking out around the corner there, I don't think. But we'll come down and micro them. We've lost the A point. Nothing we could do about that. We're committed to the B point. We'll move them back against the building there again so that the ballistic arc of the arrows will reach. And I can see, do you see the hero up there is actually babysitting up there? He's actually babysitting his own archers. So we won't get too many kills here, but we will drive him off. Oh, and we'll just quickly put them into attack mode, into V mode, because we noticed they're pushed up. You see the ones coming up the other path too, on the map? You might try and get a volley and run. Those are Imperial pikes, so they're very slow. Get a bit of time to play with there. And again, we're just babysitting. Now let's shoot these guys in the back. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful damage. And since we're in no threat here, we'll just continue on. I'm going to hold my heal until this guy comes up and runs past me. I'll heal him at the same time. There we go. We'll let our archers continue on. I can't really see what's around that corner. Oh, I definitely can't see what's around that corner. No, they don't want me. Okay, if you don't want to attack me, I'll stay here. But I can't see that far on the minimap type I've got. Now don't be afraid to pull back and come forward again, just like Marlin from Nemo, you know, Nemo's dad. He says from the enemy, if you want to come back out, and then come back in again, then come out, come back in again, come out, come back in again. And if you want to do it another time, you can come out and come back in again. This will keep you guys alive. And we're just going to try and delay these guys and make them attack me. I can see a hero behind us here. Oh, and he's a musket hero. That's brilliant. They've got no hope now of catching the archers. Lovely. Thank you, sir, for your kind support. Very well played. Now we've got a lot of range, so we're going to stay at the back, see what we can achieve here. So everyone to be aware that our endpoint's getting overrun. They can, of course, they can't capture it until the C point has been captured, but they have a very strong presence here, like a lot of strong presence. I imagine that our backline's about to be overrun. If there's not cavalry coming, there's certainly infantry of some kind. So I'm going to swap out from the archers because I just think we're going to get overrun otherwise. No, we'll go Tseregs, something nice and tough. If it's cavalry, at least we can countercharge them. Yep, there we go. There's the enemies. Right there. And it's cavalry. That's unfortunate. My archers are probably going to get run down with the retreating. Let's try and stop that happening. Oh, that's the end of those ones. That wasn't so hard. There's more coming though. Look on the map. Heaps more coming. We'll just tell them to group up nice and easily while this other cavalry comes around. Once they've done their charge, we'll come back out and we'll beam them with our maces. Tseregs do wonderful, wonderful blunt damage. Hey, no, we're not having that. Again, we'll use our longsword ult to really mess with those Imperial pikes. Definitely the best ult for the longsword, the Clash of Shields. There is another one where you jump up and down with your sword and it's all fun and games until nobody dies. Get behind the stalwarts and we'll do some beautiful, beautiful damage. That's definitely going to help out in figures. And you can see that those Tseregs were doing something like 2,300 damage to the... I was just going to try and heal the unit there, but they were taking the points. So we're going to come down here. Tseregs are very scary for heroes, again because of that blunt damage. Oh look, 3 kills. Either them or the pikemen behind them. Absolutely butcher them. Oh, they're halberds, not pikemen. Either way, they're dead. Tseregs will take care of them real nice. And no, not into the pikes. Around and charge sideways. Hopefully we can catch the hero at the same time. No, he knew what was happening. We'll just clean up the rest of the unit though. That's nice. And it's time to send them back to the point. We don't want to lose these guys for no good reason when the rest, you know, you can't, there's no point chasing after the remains of that attack to get 3 or 4 kills when, you know, your friendly heroes are taking care of it quite nicely, and you can go back and use the time for a heal. You know, a lot of this game's about time management. Have I got time to heal? What's going on here? Okay. So the way to kill these sort of light cavalry when you're a longsword is to jump at them. Because, as we know, momentum counts. So if they're coming towards me quickly, I'm coming towards them quickly with a jump attack, it adds up and it does, you know, frontally about 16 or 1700 damage to light cav, just with one strike from a longsword. Here's another one. And no more. There's one somewhere. Where is he? Doesn't matter. Keep the Tseregs around the corner, and we're going to jump on our Scorpio. See, these Scorpios have got no hope of actually killing these. But what it does mean, you know, is that they can't stay there. Because I'll kill them eventually. So I'm denying the area to them. Aerial denial, it's called in military terms. Whether that be minefields or automated weapons, things like that. In this case, it's a big flamey death ball, which works particularly well on those gunners down there. 2 hits will kill the gunners. The stalwarts are not really in any trouble. Right, see those guys are going to try and flank them. Oh, look at this beautiful flank. What have we got? Lots of flanky stuff. And we've got some archers and heroes here who will die nicely to my Tseregs. Oh crap, that's Imperial pikes. Oh, we're done. We are done. Oh, and I got knocked down, so I couldn't knock down the... Oh no, we're good as dead. Yeah, we can save the stalwarts even if we can't save my Tseregs. We'll just wait till there's 2 units together, we'll heal them all at once. And then it's time to go back and get some more units. That was unfortunate. We managed to salvage it a little bit by protecting the stalwarts from the Imperial pikes, but it was too late for our Tseregs. Those Imperial pikes came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. At least to me. Alright, so that was only our first unit lost at this stage of the game, so that's beautiful. It's a bit of a hard ask. I don't know if we're going to be able to win this. They had 10 minutes to capture the last point. So we're actually doing pretty darn well at this stage. We'll just hide these guys around the corner and wait for a victim. Any victims? No victims. See this lull in the battle? When there's no enemy units, they're all going back to the supply points. That's when you send your units back to heal, especially the slow ones. You've got to take advantage of that. Recognise when the lulls are. Don't know if these guys have been in battle, so I'll just heal them anyway. That is absolutely decimating for the peasants. I don't know if I can get an angle through this gateway with the Imperials with the high arc at that sort of range. Nope. But if there's any heroes come through, we've got a second throw. Here we come. Try and... Oh, that was close. No hero kill, but we did get 2 units. Straight back to the supply point to get more ammo. And here come the condos. We'll stand in the middle and then we'll knock them all down. And of course, they can't do their shock attack when they're on the ground, so they all die miserable, miserable deaths. And so do we from a filthy treb. That was a weird treb. They nuked their own people. We need some help and fast. Oh, I tried to use a skill that was on cooldown. But I did hit him with the minus 50% movement, so of course he couldn't get away and our team finished him off. Right, this is a good spot for javelins. Well, they've seen me coming, but some of them haven't. Get out of the way of that charge. Just leave them there for the second. We'll beat these guys off. Oh, that guy really wants me with that ballista, doesn't he? Come over here, guys. Oh no, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, and throw. Oh, we almost killed 2 of them. Never mind, I'm not getting out of here though, there's too many people shooting at me at point blank range. First death, that's how life goes. I'm not going to retreat the Javelineers because they will happily kill those serfs, and if our heroes can push the other heroes away, they'll also get those longbows. Now, the javelins with their shield are actually quite good in close combat, especially the Imperials. Alright, now this is a bit concerning that they've pushed us all off the point and we've only got gunners at the front. Gunners, 2 muskets and a short bow. This is quite a critical moment. Happily those retreating javelins did stand on the point for long enough for them to not actually capture anything. So we've only got the longbows left now. We'll keep them at the back here. We're going to shoot through that gap. They're quite safe at the back here. People don't tend to treb the things at the back. They'll go for those namcans or whatever first. What are they shooting at? That's good information to watch where your archers are auto-targeting. So that must be some archers up on the wall there to be getting kills straight away. Looks like maybe namcans. And our team are rushing up to finish them off. A bit of a heal for him on the way past. It doesn't cost you anything to assist your team. Plonk this down now as well. That way they've got the option of either retreating from that doorway. Look at me, laugh at him and then duck back into cover like a coward. We're getting pushed here by stalwarts. So, longbows have the range to shoot over that house there, or at least some of the unit will. They're a bit off line there. But we're going to get a few hits, I imagine. And as these stalwarts push in, I'll go in and I'll knock down the enemy ones so that our stalwarts can start getting the first strikes. Oh yes, with that short sword in there. We'll give you a heal and then we'll leave you alone. You guys have got that quite under control. Yeah, they don't need me in there. I'll stay on the point and protect. Actually, I might get the Scorpio set up. Let's have a quick look around. Something feels wrong. It's alright. See the longbow with their nice long range there. They're shooting at the cannon and the heroes up there. Not a huge amount of damage, but it certainly counts. That poor old glaive got kidnapped and dragged through a unit. Oh, the Maul ultimate is just stupid. I can't even believe there's a skill like that in the game, but there is. We just have to live with it. Yeah, guys easily pushed up the wall and wiped them out. I'm still thinking about that Scorpio, but I don't want to get caught without any ammunition if they push now. So we'll quickly get the longbows back. It doesn't take them long to stock up on ammo. And we'll just try and get them on a very nice angle through there. Here we are, about there. It's a very fine thing for these guys to shoot through there. Even the guys left and right of the central line will still be able to sort of shoot over the edges of the houses, so you've got to place them just right. And let's get the Scorpio set up now. They're going to get maybe one more push, maybe 2 if they're particularly brave. We'll just line this up for where they're going to be. Check that it's going to stay in that line, and we're good. Right, we're ready for the final push. Let's see how they play it. I don't see any reason to bring my archers up at this point. Oh, here we go. Stop the Tsereg charge. Any Tseregs that are burning when the enemy player triggers the charge will not participate in the charge. So that's quite useful there. And if we can burn them, these paladins will hit them with full force while they're panicking and then they don't have their shields up. So that'll be a nice wipe. And the paladins can afford a bit of damage, so we'll just pop it in there. The archers are shooting at something, or trying to. So as you can see, I'm just always sort of glancing back at my archers. If I see them shooting at something, I know that there's an enemy unit there that I haven't spotted or that is out of my line of sight. Very useful to use them like that. And the enemy may well be out of troops. What have we got going on? A musket up there, can't get him. It's a good place for those gunners and paladins. Might just check how many. Yeah, they've only got 197 troops left, which is about only half of their team have a unit remaining, or some division of that. You know, some people might have 2 units left, some people might have none. Anyway, it's time for Scorpio again. Those stalwarts are fireproof, so they're not really going to take much damage. Time to bring the longbows up with a minute left, get some extra kills. I actually think I'm doing more damage to my own team there with the Scorpio. That musket up there is going to have a bad time with our hero shooting at him and our longbows. Try and get one more in there. No, I'm definitely... That kill was probably our own team, unfortunately. Sorry, friend. Sorry, friend. I'll tell you what, I'll make it up to you, eh? Make it up to you with fire. I missed the... I was trying to set the dual blades on fire. Anyway, I should probably go and apologise to them. Here you are, sir. Accept my apology. We got the dual blades. It was a little bit suicidal, but hey, what else was it going to do at this stage? That's pretty much the game. That's a weird treb. Are they trying to hit the guys on the gateway or something? Do people not pay attention to the... I've never seen that internal wall fall down before. Nice. Do a backflip for happiness. There's 14 seconds left. We're going to win. Show our muscles so the team are suitably intimidated. Yes, and well done to you too, sir. Very good, Mr. Glaive. What are we shooting at? Lovely. Oh, that was a very good way to finish the last 2 seconds of the battle. All right, how'd we do? Not a bad game. At this tier level, we got 154 kills, 1.3 million and 1 million taken. We got one of those, which is junk, by the way. 51, 44, 33. Hey, that's a pretty damn good game. 17,500 experience for all these little units. How much damage we do attacking the back of those stalwarts? Let's find out. 250,000 damage with my longsword. Lovely. How'd the boss do? He did really well. 600,000 hero damage on the units. Crikey. He did okay. He did really well. And let's anti-clutter this. And let's have a look. The battle went really well. The only negative thing I did was probably I made a mistake with those Tseregs. I didn't see those Imperial pikes coming in through. Sort of managed to salvage it by saving our stalwarts from the pikes, but really I lost that unit for not much. Luckily they did heaps better before. Everything else went really well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new today, or whether you just enjoyed watching the game. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Knight here. Thanks for watching my videos. I make these in my spare time for a bit of fun, so hopefully you learned something or you just enjoyed watching. It would really help me out if you would subscribe and like my videos. See you on the battlefield.